Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 1. This is your full-time match reaction from Old Trafford on this Sunday afternoon, where Manchester United have got a huge 3 points in the chase for not just European football, but for UEFA Champions League football next season. We've gone 3 points clear of Aston Villa with this win, 6 points clear of Chelsea, 6 points clear of Liverpool, and Manchester United are only now 7 points within Manchester City. What a job Michael Carrick has done. Obviously, I feared the worst when Aston Villa found their equaliser. But to win this game 3-1, I think Manchester United were massively the better team in the second half. I think Manchester United deserved the win. They deserve the 3 points. And I think Aston Villa haven't really got any complaints that they can find from this game, to be honest with you. I think Manchester United were massively the better team. I don't think Aston Villa came out in that second half fighting on all cylinders. Obviously, they had Europa League football on Thursday night, so there's probably quite a few tired Aston Villa legs in there today. But all I'm going to say is, where would we be without Bruno Fernandes? Like, honestly, where would we be without Bruno Fernandes? Manchester United would be lost. There'd be no creativity in that midfield. There'd be no captain. There'd be no leader. Where would we be without him? Like, seriously, where would we be without Bruno Fernandes? And another record has been broken. Another record has been broken by our captain. Another legend of the club, I'm going to say, is Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes is now a legend of this football club. Honestly, what he's done for this football club is night and day. If we wouldn't have had Bruno Fernandes, where would we be? Like, seriously, where would we be without Bruno Fernandes? We would be absolutely lost. There'd be no leader. There'd be no captain. There would be no role model. There would be no one in that midfield that you'd get any confidence with. There would be no confidence in that midfield if you didn't have Bruno Fernandes in it. But again, he's broken another record, and Bruno Fernandes is going to continue to keep breaking records as long as he's a Manchester United player. Please smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Would really, really appreciate it on TikTok. We're only 30 followers away from 5,000, so please smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Honestly, where would we be without Bruno Fernandes? I don't know where we would be. I generally do not know where we would be without Bruno Fernandes. We would be lost. We would be totally lost because there's no creativity in that midfield without him. There's no assist king without him in that midfield also. And if you've only got Mainu and you've only got Casemiro and you've only got Agate and you don't have Bruno, Manchester United don't have that creativity. They don't have that missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle in that midfield. And look at the record that he's broken. He's not just equalled the great Sir David Beckham's assist record. He's now also gone past it. So Bruno Fernandes has got 16 assists this season in a Premier League campaign. 16 assists this season in a Manchester United shirt. It's never been done. It's never been done. So Manchester United Football Club's history has been broken today by Bruno Fernandes, because he's got the most assists in a Man United shirt ever by getting 16 assists this season. He's an absolute genius. Like, I'm critical of Bruno Fernandes at times. I've been massively, massively critical. But again, where would we be? Like, seriously, without Bruno, where the hell would we be? We wouldn't have no midfield. We wouldn't have it. We wouldn't have that creativity. United will go down next season, especially when you have to sell Bruno next season. I think you're going to have to keep Bruno. Look, I think you're going to have to keep Bruno Fernandes because I think he's so vital in that midfield. And I think Michael Carrick, if he does get the job, and based on the results, he's probably closer to getting the job now. He's probably closer to getting the job based on the results. I know the performances aren't pretty, and it was a pretty frustrating first half, but Man United came out in that second half and were much the better team. They were much the better team. I think Aston Villa got massively, massively surprised on how good we actually were. I think Aston Villa were basically left shell-shocked. I don't think they expected Manchester United to come out in that second half and play like that. And I don't think Villa expected to concede the goals they conceded either. I think Villa's goals defensive that they conceded today are really, really poor. And when they got back in the game, I still felt quite confident that we would find a winning goal. I still felt confident. Please smash that like button. Please drop me a follow on TikTok if you are watching. Would really appreciate it. I still felt confident. I still felt confident that we would win that game today. Even though we conceded that equaliser and it was a bit of a pinball wizard inside our box, we still found the win. Thank you for the heart, mate. Very much appreciated. We still found the win. We still found the 3 points, and that is exactly what Manchester United have got to keep on doing. Thank you for the follows, Leroy and Ivan. Very much appreciated. We've just got to keep on winning now. We've got to keep up this momentum. There was a load more positives today than there was at Newcastle. The second half, we were massively the better team. I think Aston Villa were probably shell-shocked by our charisma of our play, and they didn't expect Manchester United to come out fighting on all guns blazing in the second half. Sesko and Bruno are on the run, says R_J. Exactly. Sesko and Bruno are on a massive run. Massive shout out to R_J in the live chat. Please smash that like button. Please drop me a follow on TikTok. I am so pleased with the result today. I'm happy with the 3 points. We're 3 points clear of Villa. We're 7 points within Manchester City. 6 points clear of Liverpool. 6 points clear of Chelsea. Manchester United are getting closer and closer to Champions League football. With 8 games remaining, Manchester United are closing in on Champions League football next season. And that is the ultimate goal, is to make sure that our name is in that Champions League draw next season with Manchester United under the lights at Old Trafford and away in Europe as well. We have to make sure that Manchester United's name is there, and we are getting closer and closer to Champions League qualification. Obviously, the Chelsea result helped yesterday with Newcastle, Barcode FC, getting a result at Stamford Bridge and getting all 3 points. And obviously, Liverpool have got to play Tottenham today as well. Obviously, it's probably going to take a remarkable performance from Tottenham to even get a result or even a win at Anfield. But we can only hope. We can only pray that Tottenham do get something at Anfield, but it's probably unlikely that that's going to happen. But we have to focus on ourselves here. We've beat Aston Villa 3-1. We deserve the 3 points. Yes, the first half wasn't pretty. It wasn't the most greatest entertaining football that you're ever going to see on the planet. But Manchester United deserve that win. And for Bruno Fernandes to break Sir David Beckham's record and equal it on the same day in Manchester United football history, he will go down as a Manchester United legend. He will go down as a Manchester United legend. We may not have won many trophies with Bruno at the helm, but what he's done on the pitch, he's made us a better team. He's made us a better team. He's got that midfield on another level. And when he's in that midfield, you know the confidence and the positivity will be there. Because if you don't have it, who are you going to get it from? I don't think really you're going to get it from Agate. I don't think you're going to get it from Mainu. And I personally don't think you're going to get it from Casemiro. When Bruno Fernandes is in the correct position in that team, we are a better football club. And the assist he's got, you cannot ignore. You can't ignore the assist record that he's got. To get 16 assists in a single season is absolutely crazy. And for me, you've got to give him Player of the Year. You have got to give Bruno Fernandes Player of the Year, because what he's producing, in which has been a shit few seasons as a Man United fan, it has been a shit few seasons, but what he's done this season, he has got Manchester United up another level. He's had to step up. He's had to step up as captain, because obviously when we had Amorim, we weren't seeing any of this football. Please drop a follow, smash that like button, would really appreciate it. If we still had Amorim here, we will still see the same type of bad performance Manchester United had under Amorim. And they were bad performances. They were bad results. It is a beautiful result. Exactly. This today is a make or break day for Manchester United. And thankfully, we've delivered the 3 points. We've delivered the win. And we have stepped it up in the second half where it wasn't in the first. Because we were shit in the first half. I don't think anyone can disagree. We were really bad in that first half. It was really bad. And thank you guys for the follows. If we can hit 5,000 followers today, that would be fantastic. So everybody watching, drop a follow, smash that like button. This is a huge day. Seriously, this is a huge day for this football club. Because I didn't expect Newcastle to beat Chelsea. I didn't expect to beat Villa today. I thought it would at least it would have been a draw, because obviously we haven't played for nearly 10 days now. But obviously, maybe just playing once a week, there is no excuses for Manchester United. We have to win these games. We have the extra preparation. We have the extra rest. We get players back fit from injury. We do the right sort of training. We get these players fired up. And we got fired up in that second half. I wouldn't have blamed Michael Carrick if he could have got rocket up those players. And yes, people can join in a minute. I wouldn't have blamed Michael Carrick if he would have given those players a rocket at half-time, because the first half wasn't brilliant. I think we can all agree. The first half wasn't pretty. It's nothing really to shout about, but we massively stepped it up in that second half, and we did exactly the job that we had to do, was beat Aston Villa, find the second goal, find the third goal. It killed the game off. And I think from an Aston Villa perspective, when Kuna got the second United goal, all Villa hope was lost. You could see by their body language, you could tell by their facial expressions, Villa looked completely shell-shocked soon as that second United goal went in. Good evening to everybody. Smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Would really appreciate it. I don't think Aston Villa expected Manchester United to find that second goal so early on. I don't think Villa expected Man United to go straight up the other end and score the second goal. And Villa at that stage of the game were better. At the stage of that game when Villa found their goal, they were the better team. They dominated the ball, dominated possession, were creating the better chances. And all of a sudden, one through ball from Bruno Fernandes has created absolute mayhem for Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been left shell-shocked. They've literally got Jedward hair. Honestly, they've been given such an electric shock from Bruno that Aston Villa's players were probably quite surprised that they conceded straight from the equaliser. And again, that isn't good enough from a Unai Emery perspective. It's not good enough from Aston Villa. It's poor defending. Obviously, Bruno plays that ball. Obviously, Mbeumo's in the offside position. But as soon as Bruno's played that ball, Kuna is absolutely off like a fucking rocket. Honestly, Bruno Fernandes, without him today, we do not win this game. We don't win. We don't have that creativity. We don't have that magician in that midfield. We don't have anyone else that really we can rely on. And even Casemiro, into an extent, is stepping up with goals and stepping up with important goals. And this guy is leaving the club at the end of the season. We're not renewing his contract, but all of a sudden, Casemiro is now finding goals that are giving Manchester United an extra advantage going in to the Champions League. And do you keep Casemiro? Do you keep him? Like, if he's providing good goals and he's providing moments that Manchester United need that extra motivation and that extra leadership in the midfield, do you keep Casemiro? Like, do you keep this guy? Because if you keep him, I don't think necessarily it's going to be a bad thing. And it is a farewell. It is a farewell tour. We all know Casemiro is going at the end of the season, but what he's doing at the moment, he's also massively stepped up. And again, the midfield has been the big problem. We know how bad the midfield has been. The midfield gets walked through more than a ghost who's completely invisible, because ghosts are invisible. What's up with Mbeumo? He looks off it at the moment. I mean, again, with Bryan Mbeumo, I mean, he's probably out of form. He's probably lacking a little bit of confidence. I think Bryan Mbeumo will bring that back eventually. Bryan's mood will improve. I just think he's missing a goal or two from his game. I think Bryan Mbeumo will get back to his best. And maybe it's tiredness, maybe it's fatigue, or maybe he's not used to only playing one game a week like he was for Brentford. So I'm not 100% sure what's up with Bryan Mbeumo, but again, it's a good point made. It is a good point made. Not always about the goals, though. I watched him. He was all right. Yeah, it's not always about the goals. It's not always about what you can and cannot do on the pitch. As long as you're contributing to the whole team performance, that is what it should be about. Please drop a follow. Smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. I hate stat merchants. Yeah, exactly. Me too. I'm not a really big fan of stat merchants either myself. I'm completely on board with that. Think Bryan should sit for a game or two to reignite the fire. I think the fire with Bryan Mbeumo is still there. Don't get me wrong. I think the fire is still there in Bryan Mbeumo. I think he's just lacking a bit of confidence and a little bit of positivity in his game. And I think he will get that back. He's a very good player. This is his first season as a Manchester United player. Obviously, it's a massive step up in quality that he does have to produce week in, week out, because the expectation level, it's up here with this football club. And we know the pressure can get to these players sometimes. And he will get it back. That confidence and that belief will come back into his game. He will get it back. It's just going to take a little bit of nurturing to get Bryan back on form, giving that confidence, giving that boost that he does need. Seska, I wish, took that second shot instead of trying to square it off to the right of the scenes. Exactly. It could have been 4. It could have been 5. Like, I've never seen Aston Villa so wide open in all my life in that second half. And like I said, about the second goal that we scored, it took Villa by surprise. No one expected Villa to concede that early when they found the equaliser, because I thought there was only going to be one winner. I thought Aston Villa were going to go on and win this game quite comfortably when they found their goal. I thought they would go on and win the game, in my opinion. And I absolutely dread where this game was going to go, because I thought if they found their goal, their confidence is going to be up here. And I thought this is going to end up as a draw or end up as a lucky Aston Villa win. And I think if Aston Villa would have won, a lot of pelters would have been thrown at Michael Carrick, because obviously Villa made subs quite early in that second half because Unai Emery recognised that he needed something extra to get that Aston Villa team motoring a little bit better. And that is exactly what he did. I think to Aston Villa's extent, Unai Emery's substitutions actually worked and made Villa the better team in that phase of the game. They were massively better. So I think, in my opinion, and thank you for the follow, Dom. I can get you on in about 5 minutes. I'll get you on for your views and opinions. I can get you on about 5 minutes. But I think we deserve the win. We deserve the points. And I mean, again, like I just said about Casemiro, this guy's leaving at the end of the season. And we know he's been a good servant to the club. He's won 2 trophies as a Manchester United player, so it's not always been that bad of Casemiro in the team. He is going to be missed. His leadership and his quality will be missed in that midfield. But if you look at it from a bigger perspective, I know he's going, and I know it's going to be a farewell tour for Casemiro. But do you keep him? That's the big question I would ask Manchester United fans. Do you keep him but reduce the wage he's on and just extend his contract by 1 more season? Because again, the midfield is still a big problem. We know that the midfield has been such a calamity over the last couple of seasons, and obviously it didn't get addressed in the January transfer window. But all of a sudden, Casemiro's performances are up there as well. And he's scoring big goals for this football club where he wasn't at the start or in the middle of the season. So Bournemouth away Friday night, we should trot that easily enough coming from today's result. Again, we need to take one result at a time. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves too quickly. We shouldn't go into that game feeling too cocky or too arrogant that we can win that game. But we've got to make sure that we go there, be professional and play what we need to do. I think we'll beat Bournemouth based on our second half performance today. We were more than good enough to beat this Villa team today. And again, I'm going to stand by what I just said a few minutes ago. Soon as Aston Villa let that second goal in, it all went tits up for Aston Villa. It literally all went tits up. And again, from a Villa perspective, they're shell-shocked. They've got back into the game, dominating the game, creating the better chances. And look at the chance they had right at the end to make it 3-2. I can't believe those 2 Aston Villa statues literally ran into each other for an easy tap-in. I couldn't believe those 2 Villa players ran into each other and literally collided. It was like, it was hilarious. Like, it was so hilarious from an Aston Villa point of view. And I don't think those Villa fans are going to be happy, by the way. I don't think those Villa fans are going to be happy, because the second half, it absolutely collapsed. And I don't know why, from a Villa perspective, it did. But you could tell the second goal just undid everything. And Unai Emery's a good manager, by the way. Unai Emery is a fantastic manager. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm not saying this guy's a bad manager. But at the end of the day, there was no plan B in that game. From an Aston Villa perspective, there was no plan B in that game. And literally, the only Villa player that gives Villa any type of confidence is Morgan Rogers. He is literally Aston Villa's benchmark. He's Villa's best player by a bloody mile. His runs with and without the ball are tremendous. He plays the right passes at the right time. And look at the runs that he makes against the opposition. Look at the runs that Morgan Rogers makes. That's the type of player we need to be looking at for the future. If Aston Villa don't get Champions League football, they will lose players like Morgan Rogers to bigger clubs. And I think there needs to be a conversation maybe where we get in a mix to bring him to Manchester United, because I think he would add that messing extra piece of ingredient to that team to be able to run at the opposition back full, because he's a very good player. But I just don't know what happened to Villa. It literally just collapsed from a Villa perspective. I'm not surprised that they lost, because even though we conceded the goal, and Brogs TV, get yourself ready in about 40 seconds, mate, because I'm going to get you on. I think Villa just collapsed. I think it was just a total collapse from Aston Villa. The confidence, the morale just went out the window. And I don't know why those Villa players stopped trying, because if you're a Villa fan and you're a Villa supporter, you are not going to be happy. You are generally not going to be happy, because you've got the equaliser. It's 1-1. You needed to go on and win the game. You needed to go on and win the game. And unfortunately, you didn't. And from a Villa perspective, that is going to be very disappointing. And you're not going to be happy with that performance. So glad we got the redemption after the last time we met Villa. Yeah, it is redemption day because in the reverse fixture, we did lose at Villa Park and we lost by the odd goal. So I think in the end, we probably deserve the win. And Brogs TV, if you want to get on, mate, you're going to have to send a multi-guest invite, buddy. We deserve the win. We deserve the win based on the second half. I think the Aston Villa manager probably would have been a lot happier with his second half performance from his team. I'm going to get Brogs TV on to give his views and opinions on this game if I can get him on. Hopefully it will work. And we are joined by Brogs TV. How you doing, mate? How you doing, buddy?
Right, just trying to change the camera settings.
Yeah, do you want to give your opinions and thoughts on the game, mate? Do you want to give your thoughts and opinions on it?
Yeah, I just need to get a green screen out. I forgot how you do it.
Yeah, we were the better team. I'm not surprised Aston Villa caved in. I ain't surprised Aston Villa caved in after the second goal. And again, look at the ball from Bruno. Literally, one simple pass has just undid that whole Villa team. One pass has just undone Villa's team completely. I'm surprised Villa got opened up the way they did. Aston Villa have been good. They've been in the top four, for God knows how long. That day today is Villa's collapse. Villa will be outside the top four by the end of today. They'll be outside the top four.
Right, I'm going to say my opinion now. It could have been 5.
Yeah? You give your opinions?
I predicted 3-1. I was right. Let's go with score on the 88th. Yeah, I was kind of close. But that goal, I know it was right, but that goal, no look, come on. That's that first half was poor.
Oh yeah, I would agree. The first half was horrendous. I was bored at half time. I just didn't think United had it going in the first half. It was horrific. I don't think Carrick would have been happy, and I think there would have been a rocket at half time because there was no intensity, no energy levels. It just looked like we lacked confidence, and especially where we haven't played for 10 days. I thought we would be fresher and fitter than what we were. So
I think Kobe Mainu was good.
Yeah, I think United do need something extra. The midfield again, it does get walked through. The midfield, the energy levels aren't there in that midfield. You can see that. We won 3-1, Seb, against Aston Villa. We won 3-1, mate. And thank you for the heart, mate. Very much appreciated. Please smash the like button. Please drop a follow for both of us. We'd really appreciate it.
Kobe Mainu was good.
Yeah, I think Mainu has a good game. I'm glad that Mainu has got back into that team. Without Mainu in that team, we really, really struggled. Playing a two-man midfield system under Amrin, it was not working because the midfield was just getting walked through. We didn't have that extra man there to support Casemiro and Fernandes. I just don't think this was ever going to work under Amrin. Playing this 3-4-3 was never going to work. Playing two wing-backs, two midfielders, it was never going to work.
Amrin was an idiot.
Yeah, I think Amrin got a lot wrong. And I think if Amrin was still in charge today, we would be in a real shit space. We wouldn't get these results. We would not be sat third. It's the turnaround under Carrick has been remarkable. But do you give him the job? I would give Michael Carrick the job as long as you're keeping Bruno. But I know a lot of people want to cash in on Bruno to redo that midfield. But the thing is, you're probably going to let Mount go. Agate, I think, is definitely going to be off. Casemiro, we all know, is going to go. So you're going to need another 2-3 midfielders if you keep Bruno to go with Mainu. You're going to need another 2 or 3.
Right? Spurs. He's creative as well.
Yeah, it's just a huge day for us because we've gone 6 points clear of Chelsea. We're 6 points clear of Liverpool as it currently stands. We're 3 points clear of Villa. We're within 7 points of Man City. We can still finish second. We can still finish second this season based on our results. The performances aren't great, but Carrick has got us playing football the way we should have done in the first half. We produced in the second half what we should have done in the first, and we didn't do that. But
I know that Spurs are going to lose.
I think Spurs are probably going to get an absolute... I think if you're a Spurs fan, just hide behind the sofa every time Liverpool goal in the attack. But again...
It's going to remind me of that 7-0.
Yeah, I think Spurs are going to get hit for at least 5, 6, or 7 goals today. I think Spurs are in deep, deep trouble now, especially with the Forest and West Ham results. But again, today's a huge day for this club. Like, we need to be back in the Champions League. We're almost there. We are almost there. Like, we're nearly approaching the end of March. We've got Bournemouth. And then I think at the start of April, we've got... I don't know who we've got in April, but I know we've got Bournemouth up next.
Yeah.
So we should beat them on Friday if we do what we did in the second half and not in the first. Because the first half, again, like I said, wasn't pretty. But I think in the second, the scenes of Spurs win, but we will see later, says C, start R. Exactly. I'm pleased with the second half performance. Please drop a follow. Smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. I'm pleased with the second half. Like, I am really, really happy with the second half. Like, I can't complain about too much. Yes, the goal we conceded is disappointing. The goal we conceded was really bad defending. And obviously, when you look back at the replay, you think it's going to get disallowed because he's in the line of sight of Lemens. But obviously, there's no flick off Onana for the ball to go in. So I don't think Lemens would have stopped that anyway. That's the only disappointing thing from today's game is the goal we conceded.
A great goal. There's no stopping that.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to stop the Villa goal. Like, I think Villa should have gone on and won that game when they found the equaliser. I don't know why they just collapsed. But Bruno Fernandes just undoes everything for the opposition. You give Bruno the ball, the opposition absolutely shit the bed. Like, they shit the bed, the opposition. They don't stand a chance. If Bruno gets the ball, one ball through, and then we're literally attacking the opposition.
The last minute, they made a howler and missed the tap-in.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been 3-2. That would have put United on a knife edge if they'd have found that second goal. It would have sent us on a bloody knife edge because if we would have thrown a 3-1 lead away, Carrick would have got pelters because of how late we made the subs. But fair play, he did the subs at the right point to freshen things up. Obviously, you can see Brian Mbeumo was disappointed he came off and not Ahmad. But I don't think Brian Mbeumo's form at the moment justifies him being kept on. I think that was probably correct for Carrick to get him off to get Cesc goal because we wouldn't have found that third goal. I mean, yeah, go on.
In the first half, where Ahmad dribbled like 7 players.
I mean, to be fair, I think Ahmad has had a good game today. I think Ahmad has actually had a good game. And I'm not Ahmad's biggest fan. But I think today that was a very, very good performance from him, especially in the first half. That was a good performance, especially in the second. I thought Ahmad did very, very well.
He's been unlucky this season. He had goals.
Yeah.
Off.
Like, their Villa's goal was nothing more than pure luck. Like, their goal was nothing more than pure luck. Like, it's bad defend from us, but the ball just fell to their player, and it's like, yeah, that's one miracle ball that you found your player and you've got them through on goal and one shot, you've unleashed it straight away. I thought Villa would have gone on and won because they were the better team in that phase, but we did the right thing by finding the second goal quickly. Finding the third goal just killed them off completely. It could have been 4 if Sesko would have gone on with the shot instead of trying to get the ball to Ahmad. That's the only other mistake that we made. Sesko probably should have just kept the run going.
Yeah, but he's not selfish.
Yeah, exactly. If that was Rasmus and he carried on that run, that probably would have ended up in anyway.
Yeah.
And the pass he probably would have played would have been worse than what Sesko done. Sesko's doing the right things at the right time. I obviously looked at the team today and I thought, where are we going to score goals from? How are we going to put the ball in the net? Because obviously Sesko on the bench, it's a shock from obviously Newcastle where he couldn't really do much of no service. And obviously today, we've actually given him service for once. And again, like, there's plenty of players in that United team that make us better without players we don't actually need. We're a better team without certain players in that team, without them starting.
Well, I hate him being compared to Gyökeres when I know Gyökeres has more goals, but because he's in Champions League. But
yeah,
Sesko is way better.
I think we've got the better player. I think Arsenal probably are quite happy with Gyökeres now because he scored a tap-in yesterday. I mean, anyone would have scored that. You would have scored that. I would have scored that.
Pickford makes a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, today's been a good day for this football club because we needed the win. We needed the points. If we wouldn't have won this game, saying this ends as a draw, people would have still been celebrating it. They would have been celebrating a draw. We're a point clear extra of Chelsea, or a point clear further of Liverpool. We needed to win because we need to just keep winning now. Get 4 or 5 more wins. We're probably going to do it.
And the Europe race, right?
We get Champions League football, 2 things will happen. Number 1, Carrick will get the job. Number 2, Bruno will be kept. And number 3, hopefully, it's going to transform the summer transfer window. Because the team does need players. You can see based on the performances, that team needs brand new players in it. It's crying out for quality.
Top 5 would be if the English teams go further, right?
Yeah, we just need to keep doing what we're doing, increasing the gap to Chelsea. Hopefully Tottenham do a miracle, which ain't going to happen. But you never know. Tottenham could so go to Anfield and turn up and produce Lightning McQueen football. But I think today is a big step in the right direction for this club. We're gonna be playing Champions League football next season. I called it against Everton, and I'm gonna call it again today. I think we will be there next season. We'll be in the Champions League. We'll have Tuesday and Wednesday night football back. And these players will... Yeah, go on.
Man City's getting knocked out, though. We know that.
And think, if we win Friday, what people don't realise, we're 7 points within Man City now. If we win on Friday, it goes down to 4 points. So we could still finish second.
City's game isn't until after the...
Yeah, because they've got Carabao Cup next weekend. So we win on Friday. This is huge. Like this, we could still finish second and finish league runners up. Where Amrin probably would have not got us anywhere. If Amrin was still here now, we wouldn't have beat Arsenal and Man City. We probably wouldn't have beat Tottenham, Fulham, draw West Ham, beat Newcastle, or win today. Like Amrin got so much wrong with those players. Playing Bruno out of position was never going to work.
I thought Cunha was good today.
Yeah, Cuna's good as well. Yeah, again, the attack has been improved massively with the likes of Cunha, Mbeumo, and Sesko in that team. Like, you've transformed the attack. You look at what we had last season. We literally had Garnacho, Rasmus, and bloody Rashford. Like,
Rashford not the last half.
We were stuck with those lot, and it was never going to work. We even had Xerxes. Like, he's not going to get game time either. Xerxes won't get game time either. Like, we're a better team.
Get 49 and it's shit.
Like, we deserved the win today based on what we did in the second half. If we would have got a win today based on what we did in the first half, people would have been calling us out saying United probably don't deserve the win today. They don't really deserve the points, but you've got lucky. And I see a lot of people saying United got lucky. It's not my fault Villa got undone by Bruno. Like,
Bruno's too good.
One through ball from Bruno has literally opened up Aston Villa's back four. And I love what Brian Mbeumo did. He played the offside trap, was in an offside position, but Cunha, as soon as Cunha sees that ball from Bruno, Cunha's literally gone. The Villa players will probably thought that's going to get flagged up. But again, Cunha's timed the run. Cunha has timed the run to perfection.
Back through ball when Sesko a second.
Again, like I just said, it could have been 4, it could have been 5. Villa were at 6s and 7s as soon as the second goal went in. They were gone. They were absolutely gone, Villa. I've seen better Villa performances from that this season. Again, I probably think the Europa League on a Thursday night is killing them. I think, playing on a Sunday, Thursday, Sunday is probably killing the Villa team now. Because look at they'll probably use their injuries as an excuse why they've not got a result. But we had injuries. We don't use it as excuses.
That year we won the FA Cup, yeah.
Like, Villa are in the position they're in because the Europa League is finally catching up with them. They can't cope playing on Thursday night away in Europe. They can't cope. They can't cope.
It reminds me of the game under Ten Hag when Garnacho scored goals. When scored the winner.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're finding goals at the most important points of the game. As soon as Sesko gets that third goal, fair play. We've won the game. We've got the result. It's exactly what we needed today. If this ends in a draw, I guarantee that live chat would have been right here, right now. We're still unbeaten. We got a point. We got a draw, and it's like, but we can't be falling to that standards. We
No,
need
I'm
to
crazy.
win these games.
I think I'm crazy for saying this, yeah. But in April,
There was
I think we.
our
I think
April fixtures. I don't know who we've got. I know we've still got to play Liverpool at home and Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. But if you can get 4 points from 6,
you know what? If Newcastle can do it, yeah, we can win them.
exactly. Like if Newcastle can win at Stamford Bridge, so can we. That Chelsea team ain't nothing special. That Chelsea team ain't nothing special. They've literally got a PE teacher in charge of them. They've literally got a PE teacher in charge of Chelsea. It's embarrassing.
They nearly lost to Ryan Reynolds.
He's got no tactics, literally nothing. That result for us yesterday has helped today. Us winning today, Chelsea losing yesterday has helped the situation better for us. Like, it's put Chilatfo, where was your last trophy? Well, to be fair, we know we're not winning trophies. We get that. We know we've been shit. We know we're not in Europe. We know we're not in the FA Cup. We know we're not winning the Mickey Mouse Cup. But at least we're getting top 4, unlike certain other clubs.
Yes.
A lot of other clubs are going to be sat there crying at the end of the season when they're back in the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. We're going to be in the Champions League, and a lot of clubs ain't going to like it.
This is the same Villa team. We knocked out his league spot last season.
Exactly.
We was 15th.
We're basically beating a team that are in Europe already.
Yeah.
Like, I can't help that Unai Emery has got no plan B. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He made his subs. It worked to an extent to get the goal. But what was the plan B after they conceded straight? There was no plan B. This is why he got sacked at Arsenal. He's got no plan B as a manager what to do when they're falling behind or they're losing. There's no plan B. There's no plan B.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach, but there's no plan B. There is no plan B from Unai Emery as soon as they go behind.
They're nothing special.
Yeah, they ain't. Yeah, Villa ain't nothing special. Bruno should have got a hat-trick of assists if Sesko could have soared. Yeah, exactly. If it was 4-1, then this result would have been emphatic. 3-1 is still emphatic, though. We cannot complain about the scoreline. It could have been 4. It could have been 5. It could have been 6. Like,
The only special one I would say is Rodgers.
yeah, exactly. I've said a minute ago, the only decent player Villa have got at the moment is literally Morgan Rodgers. You take him out that Villa team, there ain't nothing.
I think Euro's improved.
Yeah, Yoro had a good game. Maguire made that late challenge at the end of the game, but didn't really do a lot to affect the scoreline. Shaw wasn't great. Delo wasn't great. We need better fullbacks. We know that for a fact. We need better fullbacks.
I'm going to be starting on Delo's miss.
We need a left winger. We need a decent backup striker to Sesko, because I expect Sesko to be playing a lot next season. So you're going to need a decent second striker. You need a left winger. We need at least 2 centre-backs if Maguire and Martinez is injured. De Ligt definitely need a left winger, says Liam. Yeah, completely agree. Smash that like button. Please drop a follow. Would really appreciate it. Please drop my mate a follow as well. He's on live on the match reaction.
The strikers, yeah. I think we should go for Igor Thiago.
It's a good shout because we have Champions League football, but I think if you would try and get Igor Thiago out of Brentford, they're going to want Brian in Buemo money. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
They're going to want Brian in Buemo money for Thiago if you get him out of Brentford. But I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy what we did in the second half. We were a lot better. Kick up the backside. Let's go and attack this Villa team. They're tired. Like, that Villa team will use we're tired because we're playing Europa League football. It's no excuse. We've not played a game for 11 days. We last played on the 4th of March. Like, there's no excuse from a Villa team saying we're tired. Like, we battered them.
Got a question.
Yeah.
You think Maynard selected for international?
Yeah. I just think from the perspective now, if you look at the fixtures we got, and you can't remember who we've got. I know we've got Bournemouth on Friday.
Got Leeds after that.
Leeds at home.
Yeah.
And then we've got
Stamford Bridge.
Chelsea. So there's 6 points there. You beat Bournemouth and you beat Leeds. That's 6 points from 6. Please drop a follow, everybody, for me and my friend, and please smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. We win our next 2 games, 6 points from 6, 9 points from 9. We can be happy that that Champions League badge is going to be next on our shirts next season. We are almost there.
We're going to the biggest game of our season.
And so I thought today was a big game. Like I knew the consequences if we didn't win today, what it was going to do.
Going to the Liverpool one.
We've laid down a marker today saying we want this, come and get us. We've laid down a marker today to Liverpool and Chelsea, come and bloody get us, come and catch us. Because we've got winnable games now. It's just the Chelsea and Liverpool games are going to be the hardest in our history because we know the consequences of getting results. 0-0 in the Liverpool game. So it's still 0-0. Right, please drop me a follow. Please smash that like button as well. Would really appreciate it.
So
If it's still 0-0, that's a good result. It's a good result if it finishes 0-0 at Anfield. I would take that. I would take that in a heartbeat. Like, today's a good day.
Tottenham's been the better team.
Today's a good day for this club. If this ends as 1-1, Carrick's going to get pelters. Subs were not made it quick enough. Football wasn't great in the first half. And there was a lot of fans chanting in that first half on the United stand wanting Carrick out. Carrick can only do so much of the squad he's got. He can only do so much. He ain't a miracle worker. Like, he can only do what he can do with the players he's got.
Yeah. One thing. Slot, right? Right? Slot was wrong not starting Rio.
I think Slot is going to go at the end of the season if Liverpool fail to get Champions League football. Because it's gonna screw Liverpool up if they're not in the Champions League and they end up in Europa League. That's going to screw them up. So I think everybody, including us, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham, are all going to be on new managers at the start of next season. I don't care where Tottenham go. As long as not in the Prem anymore, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I think Tottenham will go down.
What they get?
I think Tottenham will go down this season. Tottenham will end up... This could be the end of Tottenham as we know it, because what it's going to do for them in the Championship... They're going to be fucked in the Championship. They ain't going to come back straight away. Well, they probably will because of the parachute payments will save them. But like the money they're going to lose is going to be incredible. So Tottenham are probably doomed.
Right. Let me name you the players, Richard. Xavi Simons.
If Tottenham do go down, the only 2 players I would take, would be Xavi Simons, completely agree, and I'd probably take Van de Ven and probably Vicario. I'd probably take those 3.
Van de Ven. But is Van de Ven good defensively? Because he worries me when
Van de Ven does worry me defensively, because look how many Tottenham players have been sent off this season. His record of suspension is up here at the moment.
I'll have him. Nah,
if Spurs lose, they're on the same amount of points as West Ham and Forest, but it's going to be their goal difference is going to be the problem. Please smash that like button. Please drop a follow. Would really appreciate it. But yeah, this is a huge day for this club. It's a huge 3 points. It's a huge win for Manchester United. We're almost there. We are almost there. To be sat here right now, 6 clear of Chelsea, 5 clear of Liverpool, currently as it stands, and then 3 points clear of Villa and 7 points within Man City. If someone said to me in March Man United would be clear of this lot and closing on Man City, I wouldn't have believed anyone.
Yeah, especially at the start of the season.
I judge Carrick based on if you give him the job, it's going to end up tips up in 18 months. It's going to end badly for Carrick. I think if you give him the job, you are going to have to back him to the hill and back in the summer, because Carrick's going to look at this team today thinking, I need 2 fullbacks. Martinez and De Ligt, I can't rely on because they're both injury prone. Maguire's probably going to go. So you're going to need 3 centre-backs. You need a backup goalkeeper for Lemens. You need a left winger. We need a decent backup striker for Sesko. Xerxes going to go. Delo's probably going to go. Luke Shaw, Maguire, Biinda, Tom Heaton's going to retire. Casemiro, Agate, Mount.
So, Ollie, what went wrong? I think we're in the system.
Yeah, exactly. It went wrong under Ollie because it went all right but then player power came back in. These players got him sacked. So I don't want this. I don't want this next year. Imagine we're in the Champions League right here, right now. We're in the Champions League. It's going horrifically. We're bottom of the league phase. In the Prem, we're scraping results, getting a draw here and there. Player power will take over, and then they'll sack Carrick. That's my big fear. I don't want Carrick in charge based on what I saw in the first half. I don't want that next season because it was lackluster. It wasn't lighting up a set of Christmas tree lights, was it? That's my big fear. If we play that football we did in the first half and we're playing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich in the Champions League, we are going to get found out and very, very quickly because they've got better players.
Who do you want in replace?
Who do I want as manager? Who do I want as manager?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love Thomas Tuchel to come in, but I don't. He's just renewed his England contract, so forget that happening. Carlo Ancelotti,
Okay.
I would love him, but he's renewed his contract with Brazil. XX Fister says Carrick in, keep him. I think you're going to have to keep Carrick based on the results because I can see why you've said Carrick in because it's the results we're getting. The performances aren't great, but I think that's based on the players he's got available. The results can't be ignored. The results cannot be ignored. I think Liverpool have literally just scored.
Who are you not taking?
Who am I not taking? I don't want De Zerbi. I do not want De Zerbi. I generally don't want De Zerbi because I think that will go wrong quickly.
You've done it again. The Bosley.
So I don't want De Zerbi. Yeah. Liverpool 1-0 up. They're 1-0 up against Tottenham already. Now the floodgates are generally now going to open up.
That's a Bosley.
Yeah. God. Okay, so that's not a good result for us, but it's still a good result for us because I want Tottenham are going to have to find a way back now. This is probably going to end that Igor Tudor's bloody managerial career at Tottenham now. If I had to give a manager the job, who would I want? I would have to go... If you can't get Tuchel, I would probably go and get Nagelsmann because he can change his ways of playing in a game. He's not afraid to change something.
Would you take the chimps?
I think the most likely option is going to be Nagelsmann after the World Cup. But you're going to have to get a deal agreed for Nagelsmann before he goes out to the World Cup with Germany. You're going to have to. Because he's going to want to prepare the United squad quickly. But the thing is, if you bring Nagelsmann in, are you going to keep Bruno or are you going to cash in?
I'll keep him.
Because is Nagelsmann going to want Bruno? That's the thing. Because if there's 100 million sat there, they can't be ignored. So it's a problem. Sesko is generally the best striker in the Prem right now. Generally proved me wrong. Exactly. Sesko's proved me wrong. I love how all the Sesko haters and doubters have massively shut their mouths now. There was a lot of people on Sesko's back going in on him like no tomorrow. There was people going in on Sesko like no tomorrow. I mean, the French coach, I think, is probably going to retire if he depends how well France do in the World Cup. I don't know what manager we're going to go for, but the only option I can see happening from now, but I don't want the same football we're playing in the first half. I don't want Carrick in charge and we're going to do what we did in that first half because it was dull, it was boring, nothing was happening. We need a manager who's going to be playing free-flowing, attacking football, attack, and then defend as a team, and then attack again. That's the football manager I want. Who are we going to get? I don't know. But if you keep Carrick, you're going to have to keep Bruno, because Carrick will say to Ineos, he'll say to Glazers, Bruno's got to stay. He's part of the plans. We need him. Without him, we are basically shit. If you take Bruno out the team, those two assists have gone out the team today. If you don't start Bruno, we're fucked. We are screwed. And I've criticised Bruno at times, but, he's proved me wrong today that he is a leader, he is a captain, and he's broken Sir David Beckham's bloody Premier League record of getting 16 assists in one single Premier League season in a Man United shirt. That has to be applauded. He's worked miracles, Bruno, with players around him that he's stuck with. Because look at Bruno last season. He was stuck with Rasmus. He was stuck with Garnacho. He was stuck with Rashford and Xerxes. Like, into an extent, Dorgu. Like, even though Dorgu's injured, like, he was stuck with so many players around him that were not working in that system. But we've upgraded. The attack is fine. We only need a left winger and a striker. You've got the right wing sorted. You've got Mbeumo and Ahmad. You've got Sesko. You need to get replaced Xerxes. Bring an elite striker in. Come on, United. Exactly. Smash that like button. Please drop a follow for me and my friend Brogs TV in the live chat. Would really appreciate it. 1-0 Liverpool says, yeah, it is 1-0 Liverpool. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The Spurs floodgates are going to open. Not like they were going to open anyway.
Liverpool have to win 0 if Spurs get to the relegation zone.
So if it stays like this now, what it's going to do, it's now Manchester United, Liverpool in the top 4 because Liverpool have got a better goal difference than Spurs. Well, everybody's got, no, than Villa. Everyone's got a better goal difference than bloody Villa. Villa are shit. I'm just pleased what we did today in the second half. Without Bruno, he's getting player of the match. I think everybody can agree. Bruno's getting player of the match today without a doubt. No one can question anyone else in that team. You can't give it to anyone else except Bruno. Mainu had a good game. Yoro had a good game. But I think without Bruno's influence on that team, those 3 goals probably don't happen without Bruno in that team. Bruno's the best midfielder in the Prem still. Exactly. Bruno is the best number 10 in the world at the moment. Best number 10 in the world. No one can disagree. He's making this team produce when the going's getting tough. Without him, you would be stuck with Agate, Casemiro and Mainu. We basically need someone else on Bruno's level to come into this team. That's what we could do with. The only player who could be on Bruno's level would probably be Jude Bellingham, and you're not getting him out of Real Madrid. So you need someone else on Bruno's level to come in. Like, we need midfielders who are younger, hungrier, versatile and quick and fast. That's what we need because the midfielders are still a big problem. But without Bruno today, we do not win this game. Casemiro doesn't get his goal. Kuna doesn't get his goal. The third goal, obviously, it's taken a massive deflection off the Villa player, but it's still going down as a Sesko goal. And I'm pleased for Sesko. 7 goals this season. Rasmus wasn't even doing that last season. Like, I tell you what sent us backwards. Giving Ten Hag the job was stupid because he brought all these ex-Ajax players in, brought Rasmus in over Harry Kane. Like,
wasn't he an interim?
I honestly, Rasmus was shocking. We was. We swapped. We went with Rasmus over Harry Kane. That was on Ten Hag. That was on Eric Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, right? Did we employ him? Right. What? Right. So Ten Hag was in interim.
We gave Ten Hag the permanent job after Ragnick went. We gave Ten Hag permanently the job, but look at the players he brought in over 2 summers. Like, he brought Mason Mount in, Onana, Martinez, De Ligt, Mazraoui. Like, look what's happened to Martinez. Martinez is injured again. There's a problem with Martinez with his injury fitness and his fitness levels. De Ligt, we ain't seen again this season. De Ligt's season's done. Whatever this back injury is De Ligt's done. De Ligt ain't going to come back from this back injury. I'll be surprised if De Ligt's not gone in the summer. Mazraoui won't get game time, even though he's better than Dalot defensively. I'd rather have Mazraoui at right back than Dalot because he's better. But Onana cost us in goal. That was a big negative. Rasmus was a big shock because he was awful. Was never going to cope. We ignored him for Harry. We ignored Harry Kane for Rasmus. Like, Mason Mount's injury prone. He ain't gonna get back into this team next season. No chance. He ain't gonna get in ahead of Bruno. He ain't gonna get in ahead of Kuna or Mbeumo or Sesko, and he ain't gonna get in ahead of Mainu or Mount or Casemiro.
Mason Mount was injury prone at Chelsea before we bought him.
Yeah, 60 million went on Mount. I remember the day we went in for Mount, and it's like we're gonna pay 60 million. Like, we're probably still paying that now. For Mason Mount.
When we bought him, he was injured.
Like, He's just a disaster. Mount's been a disaster, and you've given him the number 7 shirt as well. And it's like, oh my god, what are we doing?
Why did you give him the number 7? Like,
Oh, because Man United are just freaking idiots. But yeah, like today's focus of is we've beat Aston Villa 3-1 based on what we did in the second half. We're almost there, everybody. We're literally almost there. We need 4 or 5 more wins. Beat Bournemouth on Friday, we're going to be fucking laughing.
Rio is tearing them apart.
I think we'll go to Bournemouth and we'll win. If we can beat Leeds at home, we'll be fine.
By the way, Martinez is back on Friday.
Yeah, so Martinez is back Friday, which is a positive. So you've only then got to lit out. You've got Yoro, you've got Maguire. I can't see Martinez starting on Friday against Bournemouth because he ain't going to get chucked straight in, so that's probably sensible. But I think if Martinez gets one more injury, that's it. You have to get rid. He ain't going to come back from that. So it's a good weekend so far. I mean, Spurs are, well, when our Spurs never 1-0 down, like, again, they've conceded 6 goals in their last 2 games.
I really like Martin. I really do.
Like, it's been a good day today.
Yeah.
Bruno's getting player of the match. I think the live chat can agree. Bruno's getting man of the match without a doubt. Without him today, we do not win this game. Single-handedly, we would be screwed. We would be screwed. We don't have anyone else like Bruno in that midfield. We don't have anyone. He is a club legend. He is far a club legend now.
When the time comes, who are you replacing him with?
I think it's going to be hard to replace Bruno. Like, the only candidate I would say to replace Bruno with would be Cole Palmer or Jude Bellingham. Like,
yes.
I can't see any midfielder who's lighting up any other team. Like, you're not going to get anyone out of Arsenal or Man City, good luck. Chelsea, good luck. But you might get Cole Palmer if he wants to go back and live in Manchester. That might happen. Jude Bellingham, you're never going to get out of Real Madrid. So, Liverpool, you're not going to get anyone there. Spurs, Man United won't go anywhere near Spurs' players because Spurs are shit. So, when the day comes he's going, it's going to be a sad day for the club. But Bruno Fernandes, for me, today goes down as a club legend because he's gone past Sir David Beckham's Premier League assist record in the Prem. He's got more assists than David Beckham in one whole season. This has never happened, and it's been broken today by Fernandes. He's getting player of the match. Bruno Fernandes is a Manchester United legend from now. Palmer, Alvarez, I mean, you could bring a Palmer in, but could Chelsea go on stupid money? Alvarez from Atletico Madrid would be a brilliant signing. I would love Alvarez. Do you know what? If someone said to me, what striker would you bring into the Prem to score you goals? It would be Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. That's a very, very good shout.
Pep ruined him. Okay.
Yeah, Pep ruined Alvarez, but I think today we saw the very, very best of what Bruno Fernandes done, and we deserve the win. We've beat Aston Villa 3-1. We're currently 3 points clear of Villa, 3 clear of Liverpool, 6 clear of Chelsea, 7 within Man City. This is where I'm going to leave my match reaction for you guys, though. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Mash out to Borgs TV for joining in the match reaction.
About Alvarez, yeah. It's just come back to himself again.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you for the 3,300 likes and the 2 gifters and the 2 diamonds. Welcome to all the new followers. We'll be back for the Bournemouth match reaction on Friday night, but our next bit of live content will be tomorrow with our SE26 career mode with Manchester United. Please remember to drop me, my friend, a follow. Please smash that like button. Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 1. Manchester United are closing in on Champions League football. Bruno Fernandes is a club legend. Manchester United are getting back into the Champions League. Without Bruno, we are nowhere. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Stay safe, be nice, be kind to each other. You're all legends, you're all legendary. See you on the next one. Thank you, my friend, for joining me.
Revenge Day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.